A good principal designer can hit the ground running in pretty much any project. Of course, talent. You've got to have talent to be in this business. They are very versatile. They're able to handle product lines, and they're able to basically quasi-manage people. So their people skills have to be good as well. My name is Steve Moran, and I'm a principal designer here in the games division. I was often in my garage building things, like building skateboards, building stuff for my friends, any excuse to build something. I was born a designer, and when I was able to start using tools, my dad was the kind of guy that would be working on something and he would stop and pull me in and he would show me how he was doing it and what he was doing, and he was very patient. So my dad's love of tools came from my grandfather's love of tools. This is called a Yankee drill. That is a standard drill as well. This one here is called a brace and bit, where you chuck the drill up that you want and you just start cranking it this way. But this one here is probably a 60-year-old Craftsman saber saw. This thing can take a direct nuclear hit and not even be damaged. First and foremost, design. Really at the same time, music. I've been playing guitar since I was in high school. I've been playing harmonica since I was in high school. Inspiration from a kind of a design soul perspective. My number one hero is my dad. Designers like Luigi Colani is one of my favorite because I love real organic shapes and things like that. Leonardo da Vinci, the guy was way ahead of his time, and he wasn't afraid to express that. Principal designers in this company have to have a specific amount of skill sets and talents to get there. Quick models out of foam, quick things out of plastic, basic machining. So you're really being somewhat of a model maker at the same time. We really do operate as a team. It just takes the time, the 15, 20 years, to be able to be a well-rounded principal designer. I went to Santa Barbara. Engineering was fine, but it was extremely dry for me. And I was missing the art and the creativity of it and using that half of me. And I found out about industrial design. Cal State Long Beach was great because it was more on the practical side. Every principal designer has to have a worst job. But here's mine. I started out mowing lawns, worked at a bedspread store. Machines that actually cook communion hosts, figuring out how to take a 20-foot tall Stay Puft marshmallow face and attach it to a giant crane head. And then from all that steel and welding and all that hardcore engineering, I got a job working on foam, which was basically Mori Boogie Boards. And then that carried me in when Mattel bought Wham-O. I came over here and did another 2 or 3 years of the bodyboard. And then I joined Hot Wheels, which I was on for about 12 years. And now I've spent the last year or so in the games and puzzles department. This is a good example of design right here. P-51s came off the assembly line 6 months after they were designed. Everybody was in on it. That's how much power you can have when everybody's working together. There's a lot of talking. You're going to have to... I know! Sorry.